Check out the brand new How to Become a Better Looking Man course by using the links below. Okay guys, this is going to be a very short video. I might even just turn this into a short or social media content. But this is a tip for how to talk to women, okay? And I discovered this a long time ago when I was doing remember I spoke about the marathon mindset, how you've got to take your time with women, how you might just see them, just be like, hi, how are you? You know, move on, morning, whatever. And then over time, that expands and she's just like, oh, morning, because she recognizes you. And you go, yeah, how are you? How was your weekend? Next thing you know, you start talking and whatever, and it becomes more familiar. It might be a girl in the gym, might be a girl at work, whatever. Like, that's my marathon mindset. That if you're just a decent guy, you get on with your life and you're high level, if they trust you and they're like, he's really nice, I've spoken to him, I'm familiar with him, I trust him, whatever, eventually they'll come to you and it's like planting seeds non-stop, and then eventually when they all flower, you can just pick them off at will. It's very easy. All it takes is them seeing you in a favorable scenario, benching a lot of weight, you know, in a nice car, you know, looking good that day, and she's pretty much yours, okay? It's scenario based, it's more life setup. And another tip that I used to always add to that was jump off topics. I can't believe I forgot about this and I haven't told you guys about this before. I have something which I call jump off topics, okay? And it comes from reading a lot. It comes from being curious, exploring different things, keeping up with world events, whatever. And I discovered this when I was young because I was like, hang on, all of us guys, you know, we're interested in Call of Duty, porn, sports. What else? The UFC, okay? So when you meet a woman, or you're sat next to a woman, or you're trying to talk to a woman, or you want to approach her, of course you've got nothing to talk about. Like, what you're going to do? Like, go up to her and be like, hey, like, who's your 5 favorite porn stars? Like, some girls might find that funny, and it'd be a great way to break the ice. But, you know, oh, have you played the new Call of Duty? Caldera. It's amazing, isn't it? She's going to be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't play video games. Like, do you see what I mean? And this is the problem with like 90% of men on this planet, is the stuff that we do is very male orientated, which is fine. You know, being masculine, etc. is fine. But I like topics that are very gender neutral. You know, things that anybody can talk about. Because you think about a guy, right? When he talks to his friends, he can make them laugh, he's engaging, they love to see him. Like, you see one of your mates and you're like, how you doing, buddy? You right? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what are you doing there? Like, oh, did you fix that thing? Because you know stuff about them, you can quickly jump to things. Oh, I was talking to our friend the other day, and your mate's like, you're really good with social skills, you can talk to anybody, but when it comes to girls, that guy falls apart. And it's because it's like a mathematician trying to give a speech at a builder's expo. You know, the one you want giving that speech is a builder. Do you see what I mean, guys? So the way you live your life and the stuff you fill your life with, you fill your head with, the stuff that you know, that you learn about, that you're doing on a daily basis. If it is just, like I said, just porn, you're playing Madden, you're watching the UFC, you go to the gym with the boys, and then, you know, it's just all masculine shit. You see what I mean? You go and play Call of Duty, you masturbate again. It's like there's literally nothing going on in your life that is a universal topic that you can then talk to a woman about. I'll give you a quick example. I saw a girl that I thought was attractive once. We were just walking past each other. We both had a couple of drinks. I was just like, nice cheekbones, right? Because the cheekbones are really high. She like chuckled. She was like, thanks, I got them from my mum. I was like, actually, you didn't. And then I went into the orthotropics thing and I started telling her how it actually works with bone remodeling. Crazy, right? I'm not telling you guys to do that. I'm just saying that piece of knowledge was interesting to her. And then it proves I'm articulate, I'm smart, whatever. Like, whatever degree you believe that to, it proves something, right? And straight away it was like, wow, he's different. He's talking about something different. He educated me. She was like, oh, wow, that's really interesting. And we got talking from there. It's like I said, jump off topics. I used to know a lot about fashion. I used to look into it quite a lot. And I'd be in a club and I'd see a woman wearing like bright red shoes or whatever. And I'd be like, oh, they're nice. They're so-and-so, aren't they? And I'd know the brand. Yeah, how do you know that? I was like, I'm quite into fashion. I like blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, do you like so-and-so brand? Yeah, I really like them. Oh, they're based in whatever. We should go and visit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because we had a neutral thing that we were both into, it's a lot easier to make conversation. Like, you like Call of Duty, your 5 best friends like Call of Duty, it's very easy to talk. Then one of their mutual friends comes in that you don't know, and he's like, oh, I was on COD the other day and I got blah, blah, blah. And you're like, yeah, me, I did. Like, oh, that guy's really cool. It's easy to make friends when you have mutual things, right? Like every guy in the gym I get on with. I just talk to random guys in the gym every day because we all get on with each other. If I start training glutes, you know, and I'm doing like hip thrusts with the like spongy thing, whatever, girls start talking to you. They start like looking over. They're intrigued. They're like, okay, that's something that I'm into. Like there was a girl the other day doing kickbacks. You know, when you kick back for the glutes. She was wearing like an ankle clamp. I'd never seen it before, and I was like, hey, what's that? You know, and I'm genuinely intrigued. It's a jump off topic. Oh, that works so much better. I'm like, can I just test it quick? I'm like, oh great, where'd you get that? And now I'm going to use it, right? But I didn't make a move on this woman. But now she thinks, oh, you know, I had a conversation with this guy. I kind of know him. You know, he's next time she sees me and I'm doing it, she might come over and be like, how you getting on? Do you like them? Like, because I understand the glute training. Women do glutes. I understand it. It works for me. It works for them. Like, I always encourage it. Do you see what I mean, guys? You've got to have these gender neutral topics. It sounds weird, doesn't it, coming from me talking about like gender neutral and whatever. But you've got to have these topics. You've got to have stuff that isn't just male centric. I want to fight. I want to watch porn. I want to play video games. Why doesn't she like me? She's boring. We got nothing to talk about. It's like, yeah, you don't have similarities. Okay, it's very difficult. Now, and you'll find this as you go through life as a man, you know, and you try new stuff in life. Like you start a business. Well, women start businesses too. Now you have that in common. Okay, you start to enjoy certain things, like you go to a dance class and she likes that too. You find a woman that does the same thing, right? Or you go on holiday and you find certain destinations that you love. You're just talking to a woman. Yeah, you look tanned. Yeah, I just came back off holiday. Oh, where'd you go? I went to so and so. Oh my god, I love it there. Oh really? Yeah, I went last year. Oh, did you go to this area or that area? Now you have that in common because you're older, you're more cultured. Oh, did you try the so-and-so food? Yeah. Oh, did you try this alcohol? They do a certain shot in Greece. It's crazy. Yeah, I tried that. It blew my head up. Do you see what I mean, guys? You don't have that when you're young. So a lot of guys are like, oh, she doesn't want to talk about collecting Pokemon cards or football cards. Like, oh yeah, of course she doesn't, right? Women have other stuff that they're interested in. And I'm not saying you have to learn about hair, makeup, etc. That's why I say gender neutral. There's so many topics. Why do you think so many people talk about the weather? You know, oh, it's raining. Like, because men and women both talk about the weather. And I'm not saying to use that, but that's one thing that usually, you know, moaning about your job and your boss, the weather, getting pissed. Like, these are gender neutral. Everybody's doing them. So most conversations between men and women when they're younger, they kind of like fall together based on like certain things like that. You know, real boring everyday things. But if you can become more diverse and spread your mind a lot more, you know, maybe I was speaking to a girl before about fiction books and non-fiction books because she was like, oh, I just like she basically read fiction books, and I was like, the only one I like is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Turns out it's her favorite ever book. Do you know what I mean, guys? Like little things like that, it just gets you through the door. But that's what I call it, jump off topics, and like where you can see something and react to it. A girl's walking along with a certain book that you've read, bang, done. She's walking along with a certain jacket and you know what the brand is and you love that brand and you can talk forever about it. You've got something to open up with. Like we say, oh, how do you talk to girls? How do you make that first opening? Well, you've got to know your stuff. Like, how do you talk to anybody? How would I talk to an investor about my streaming platform idea if I wanted an investor? Well, I'd be like, well, okay, let me show you some screenshots. Like, let me show you what I'm trying to do. Here's some of the ideas. Tell you what, my coolest idea, because I know about it. It would be easy to engage people. How can I talk to you guys right now about jump off topics? Because I know what I'm talking about. Because I invented it, right? So if you know about shit that is, like I said, gender neutral, or some other woman, or some woman walking past you has on, or is interested in, or whatnot, like, it's very easy. Okay, guys? Like, but you just need to become more cultured. You need to learn about more things. You need to spread your wings, get out in the world. And then when you've got this birth of knowledge, and you're almost like an expert generalist in so many different areas of life, it's very easy to then open a conversation and then continue to be engaging, and you're somebody of interest. You know, just remember back in the day on like MSN Messenger, for you guys who are as old as me, where it was like, hey, how are you? Not bad. You? Yeah, not bad. Up to much? Not really. You? Yeah, not so much. And then she just put, so, you know, ... I swear to God, 99% of conversations would go that exact same way. And a lot of you guys remember that. And it was so boring because you were young, you had nothing to talk about. She was young, you had nothing to talk about. You had no similarities or dual interests. You also had, here's another thing that guys forget about girls. If I've got no reason to talk to a guy, I'm not going to talk to him. If I've got no reason to talk to a woman, regardless of how pretty she is, I'm not going to talk to her. If I look over and it's just like, she's pretty, but I have nothing sparked in my mind, okay? There's just no reason to engage. I'm like, why would I force it? I might as well just deploy the marathon mindset and just be like, morning, and just move on. You know, because we've seen each other twice in the gym, morning. That's pretty normal, right? There's two different methodologies. But as soon as you get that jump off topic, where it's something that you can open up with, it's something that you're knowledgeable about, that you can go into depth of detail with, that she will find engaging and interesting, then you can fly in, okay, guys? So find what that is in your life, you know, just try and become more of a mature adult man. It can't just be porn, video games, you know, MMA, which all this stuff's fine, but you got to find more. That's like a 15-year-old boy's kind of mindset. That's like the kind of things he's interested in. Oh, me and my friends, like, trainers. Do you know what I mean? We're into trainers. It's cool, but I just don't really see, you know, I like collecting baseball trading cards. It's like, again, it's cool, that's your thing, that's fine, but go further. Like, bridge out. Go and visit a few museums. You never know how it might help. Go and read 100 books in a year. You don't know how it might help. Right? Go and take a course or two. Learn a language. Like, you don't know how it's going to help, okay, guys? You need more, as I call them, jump-off topics. It could even, like photography, for example, videography. You're very good at it. You see a girl with a camera. You've been doing it for 2-3 years. You recognize the camera. You walk over. You're like, I've just bought that. Or, that camera's fantastic. Like, I used that last year. What is it? The Model 3? Oh, it's brilliant. The only thing, have you noticed on here, if you change this setting, oh, wow, I didn't know that. I'm top of my head, guys. I'm just making this up on the spot. It could be as simple as that. Like skills, business, anything. Like they're jump-off topics. Learning about fashion. It doesn't matter. That's why entrepreneurs, guys who are in business, like guys who create their own fashion line, whatever. That's why they've always got women surrounding them, because it's like they're engaging. They've got something to talk about. It's different than the norm. Like the normal guys just go to the pub with the boys and drink beer, watch football, masturbate, go to bed, go to work at their masculine factory job. It's like she's got nothing to relate to you with. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing that's gender neutral there. But if you have like a range of skills and you then become useful, interesting, engaging, it's a lot easier, okay? So build up those jump-off topics, become more diverse, okay? Expand your mind, guys. Check out the brand new How to Become a Better Looking Man course by using the links below.